Okay, so we're supposed to cut hay today.
Yeah.
But it just rained.
So, yeah, it rained this morning. Not a lot, but enough to make things wet.
Yeah, the goal is to get not here. That was our second cut.
This will be second crop, but we're not ready to cut this yet. But there's a pasture out there beyond the fence. There's about 2 acres that's level that we're going to be able to cut.
Well, let's go check it and see if it might dry within the next few hours, because it's supposed to rain again this afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, so to try to give you perspective on video, and my hand is here. It's probably a good 2.5 foot tall. And it is damp underneath there, but not wet.
Right. My concern is that the grass is laying down. It's going to be really hard to cut.
Yeah, but I think that's the wind that's pushed it over.
Right.
And I'm not sure that that's going to change anytime soon.
No.
There is a wet spot over there coming into this field.
Not too bad, though.
I mean, we could just cut this. This fence is not... I mean, we could just knock it down and then put it back up.
The fence?
Yeah, the fence. Why not?
Oh, yeah, we could
right
come
here?
over here. Yeah, we could come.
That would make a lot more sense than trying to go through that wet spot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, let's give it a little bit of time and see, because the sun's out, looking good out here. It's supposed to rain again around 3 o'clock, but right now it's 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll move that fence line. We can always put it right back up.
Yeah.
And we can drive right through here, so.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, eyes crossed, crossed, legs crossed, knees crossed. All right, we're all fueled up, greased up, tested. Everything appears to be working and ready to go. So now we're just gonna wait about an hour or so for hopefully the dew to dry off, the sun do its thing, and we're gonna get out there and give her a go. Okay. All right. You were supposed to be watching a victorious day of we got the hay done and everything's great and there were no hitches. Today was the first day that we actually were doing anything in terms of hay production without anybody else's help. And we were doing this all on our own, and things were going great. Things were going great. I got out here, there was a little patch that's about a 2-acre patch that was flat, and even though it was really full of weeds, we got it knocked down. I got it knocked down, and the mower was actually working pretty dang good. I was surprised. I expected there to be issues, and there really weren't. And I got to the very end of what we were doing, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take another couple swipes around the edges because it doesn't drop off yet. The land kind of drops off here around the edges, and it doesn't drop off just yet. And so I figured, I'm just gonna take another swipe, and I was not even halfway around that first swipe of the extra cutoff, and lo and behold, I hear a big bang, and I look back, and the sickle mower was not parallel with the back of the tractor anymore. It started pulling this way, and it was dragging the tractor around, kind of taking it sideways. So I quickly, shut it off, got it out of gear, shut everything down, got down. I'm looking over the mower, and the mower, there's nothing wrong. I'm like, what's wrong? Everything's fine. And then I look, and on the tractor itself, there's a 3-point harness or hitch that basically allows you to use various implements on your tractor. It raises and lowers, and then you can use the PTO, which is a power takeoff, to do various things like lifting or pulling, and all kinds of things like that, and more. And it was, one of the arms was completely broken in two. Big, thick steel bar broken in two. And, it would be easy to get discouraged, but I'll tell you what, this is kind of the thrust of the video. This is where I want to go with this, because a lot of people, I think they fantasize and romanticize what it might be like to be a air quote homesteader. Like, yeah, isn't it cool? Like, you think all manly stuff and chopping wood and cooking over an open fire and all of those vegetables and animals and people don't think about the reality that I've been in these pants. These are my work pants, and they're completely soiled in dirt and blood and sweat, and we had to go to Walmart in that today because we needed some supplies. That's a reality. You're covered in dirt and sweat and filth all the time, and things break. And this is where I want to go with this. One of the things that I think people do not think about when they consider switching from a city life or even a rural life into a more farming kind of existence, homesteading, hobby farming. Okay, first of all, the work is real. There's no joke. If you have any bit of land at all, the work is real. Animals, that's a whole world of knowledge that you need to learn. And most of the time, people don't learn the knowledge before they just jump in and get an animal, and then, holy smokes, we got to figure out what to do so we don't end up abusing or hurting the animal. But even that's not my thrust of this video. As I sit next to this sickle bar, because we had to take it off to get the tractor in. So as I sit here and I'm thinking, I would like to tell potential homesteaders, farmsteaders, hobby farmers, people that are wanting to get into a more self-reliant life, I think that one of the most important aspects of this life is not the stuff, is not the knowledge, is not the, there's so much to learn, but it's not even that. I think one of the biggest things that you need to have is an attitude that when things go bad, because they will go bad, stuff will go sideways on you. It's not an if, it's a when. When stuff goes sideways, what's your attitude going to be like? That is a humongously untalked about topic. When life throws lemons in your face, what are you going to do? When you're stuck out in the field again with broken equipment and you don't really know how to fix it, what are you going to do? You're going to get mad, throw a fit, maybe cry a little bit, maybe wring your fists and say, why'd you do this to me? I do not think that would be a correct attitude to have. I think the attitude of stick-to-itiveness is supremely important. However, you can have a good attitude or a bad attitude even when you're being stick-to-itive. I think that the only way that you can do this and be successful in terms of having peace is that when things go sideways, having a great attitude, trusting that God is taking care of you. Take a deep breath, sit down, maybe even have a little emotional time of whatever's going on, but then take a deep breath and go, all right, let's smile and let's keep moving. Having a good attitude when things go sideways, because they will. That's my thought that I think is one of the ones that's probably the most untalked about topics when it comes to homesteading, because it seems great. It's just, yeah, let's go out there all, gung-ho and turbo camping and chopping wood and all that kind of stuff. And, there are fun stuff to it. Absolutely. No doubt. But when things go sideways, being able to have a good attitude is not always the easiest. And so there you have it. There's my thought. What do you think, guys? What's one of the most untalked about hard aspects of homesteading? Put your thought down below. People will see your name. By the way, channel creators, people will see your name. And if you have a good answer, they're going to probably go, I wonder what their channel's about. So give a good name or give a good answer, and maybe you will intrigue people to come and look at your channel. So there it is. Smiling Brad with the Big Family Homestead, and tomorrow's another day. So you have an amazing and blessed day.